Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next episode of the Hardcore Ironman progress video. This is my hardcore back beam. Lots of progress here we made in this episode. Starting off here, we got 1000 total level. So this milestone here actually allows me to unlock another life. And you do this by going to Edgeville and you find this guy called Mr. X. He will sell you another life for 100,000 coins. And that's at 1000 total, and then at 1600 total he will also offer you another life for I think 10 million coins, but I won't need to buy that just yet unless I lose this one. This pretty much just guarantees that I won't be taken out of the game immediately if I make a mistake, or being an Australian hardcore Ironman, literally I can just disconnect at any time and lose all of my progress. So it feels nice having a little bit of a safety net. While I was here as well, I also sealed the jar of divine light. This will guarantee that I can't accidentally un-hardcore myself and revert back to a normal Ironman. So I will always be a hardcore Ironman until killed now. To start off this episode, I decided to gain a couple of quick herblore levels. I did this by first of all getting a Slayer contract from outside the Mauritania Slayer Tower. And this will allow you to get a set Slayer task, 10% of that experience that you would normally get. But it also allows you to trade it in at the end for a chunk of experience. And this allowed me to get a couple of quick levels as well as collecting all of these herbs early on. After I got bored of that, I headed to the Tavoli dungeons where I was killing blue dragons and collecting all of the dragon bones. I decided to do this sooner rather than later until my combat level got too high, because I would be taking these into the wilderness as you see now. Using them on the altar, the Chaos altar, I think it's level 13 wilderness, so I can get PK'd here. I was very careful. I actually stood around the back of the altar, so in case somebody was coming towards me, you can't actually, I did test this, you can't actually attack over the altar, so I would have a little bit more reaction time, but there we go. I managed to get 43 prayer, which allows the protect from melee. I grabbed a couple of quick levels in the rune span. My goal here is to get 50 so that I can unlock the Viswax inside of the rune crafting guild. So you need level 50. This will help reset some of my dailies, or if I need to extend it, even put quick charges in the lodestone network, because it's really annoying to have a basic teleport. So slowly but surely working on 50 rune crafting. Now, following from the previous episode, I obtained the Gothic Staff, but I wasn't actually allowed to use the special attack until you unlock it inside the mage training arena. This minigame here is actually not an instance, so I'm actually in the wilderness here on a hardcore Ironman account, which is very spooky. I had 4 of my mates all positioned differently in the wilderness, and we were all on a Discord server together. I was super paranoid about this. But there we go, I finally unlocked the ability, so now that I can use it outside of the wilderness. And the fastest way to do this, so you need to cast it 100 times. I literally just got a wand and orb and just auto casted it. That's the fastest fire rate, and it will only take 100 cast. Here's another pretty big upgrade on the account. So while I'm off stream, editing videos or just relaxing, I'm working on mining and smithing in the background. I made myself a full set of Auriculum, or however the hell you say it, and the maul as well. So that's a tier 60 weapon. As you see, I just got 60 attack, so pretty good upgrade. I can now actually hit inside here. Before that, I was using a rune halberd, which isn't terrible. It's probably the absolute bare minimum you would ever want to use here, but tier 60 is quite nice. It just gives me just that little bit of extra accuracy, so I can work towards eventually doing solos here. I used a lot of those charms I got from Elite Dungeons to do summoning. The method I used here was actually selling the supplies to the shop and then selling the pouches as well back to the shop. So I was hardly losing any money here. It was really fast experience. I will discover alternate methods later on, but for right now I had a fair bit of cash from the ED3 runs and I just wanted to smash out a quick bit of summoning. Remembering every day to do my cache. This is a really fast way to get those early divination levels, and you actually get pieces of the outfit. I do have the full outfit, I just keep forgetting to wear it because I always see the notification, the cache is opened, I'm like, crap, I forgot to go. But that's 53. Since getting 45, it's a lot faster now. I can actually get 100 points per run. Prior to that, I actually really struggled to even get 80 or 90 points, but now I can finish the cache in under 10 minutes quite easily, even if the world's a little bit populated as well. As well as AFK mining and smithing, I do a lot of gem rock mining in El Kharid off stream, and I used all of those gems there to obtain 61 crafting. This is one of the prerequisite skills needed for the Lunar Diplomacy questline, which you'll see is what we're working on in this episode. Okay, and here's 55 woodcutting. That was the last of the requirements needed for Lunar Diplomacy. I think I've got a couple of quests to do beforehand, but in terms of skill requirements, those are all done, which I'm very excited because I hate skilling. When it comes to this quest here, Jungle Potion, it's meant to be pretty fast, except that I really suck at quests and I was just mucking around on stream. It took way longer than I'm willing to admit. The next quest I did as well took a very long time, Shiloh Village. I absolutely hated this quest. It was miserable, but it unlocks a new Slayer Master and a new area. And finally, Lost City. In this quest, you need to make your own weapon because you're on Entrana, where you can't bring any weapons or anything like that. So I made a Batwing Wand. This thing's really easy to kill anyway, and you're allowed to bring food and potions, so absolute piece of piss. We finished that up. You then cut a couple of the branches. I look really confused here because the chat was telling me not to cut the tree, but I was just getting trolled as per usual. So you need a couple of these, and you use one of them in Lunar Diplomacy to make the Lunar Staff, and this allows travel between Zeneris and the rest of Gielinor. So finishing up this quest, there it is. I was very, very happy to get it finished, and this allows more things for the future. Here we are, finally finishing up Lunar Diplomacy. This quest is an absolute nightmare, but it's done now. All early Ironmen should aim to unlock this quest early on because of the gear you get. So you get tier 60 magic armor, and that actually has a magic bonus as well. Really solid gear that you can use for quite some time until the next upgrade. So extremely happy to have been finished this quest line, and I look forward to doing more in the future. But yeah, all in all, this account is starting to shape up. I'm able to take on a couple more bosses. I can do a lot more combat. We're getting a couple of those skill requirements knocked out of the way. I'm mixing in a couple of quests here and there, both on and off stream. But all in all, I am just absolutely enjoying Ironman mode again. I'm doing it my way, the way that I wanted to do it. I'm not rushing any content, but I know there are certain things that are better off doing sooner rather than later. So thank you very, very much for watching this episode. If you're enjoying these hardcore progress videos, I would very much appreciate a thumbs up on the video. Other than that, guys, I'll see you in the next one, and hopefully we aren't dead by then.